You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, YNR fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and the official fall spoilers for YNR say that Summer is going to take a chance on a new romance. So they're dropping a clue to us that Chance and Summer's chemistry is going to turn into something. But what I want to talk about today is, given where they are each at in their lives, how will this romance start up? So in the fall spoilers, when they say she may take a chance on a new romance, the word chance is spelled uppercase like his name, and they put it in quotes. So the spoiler isn't promising that they will get together, but it sure sounds like they're heavily teasing Summer Newman getting with Chance Chancellor. Right now, Summer is fresh off deciding that it's time to get divorced, and he is neck deep in a blossoming romance with Sharon Newman. So how would this Summer and Chance romance even start? We have a few ideas to share, and then we want to hear from you how you think it could begin. Hey, if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our YNR updates, news, and more. So we have three concepts of how we think this Summer Chance thing could start, but definitely drop your comments after you watch because we want to know what you guys think. So the first thing is Chance and Sharon could call it quits, and then he rebounds with Summer. So just for me, just the way that the character Chance Chancellor has been written for so long, I just don't think he would cheat, or I don't think he would be the first to cheat. And part of that is that Chance was burned so badly when he caught Abby Newman in the middle of doing the deed with Devon Hamilton. You know, he walked in and he and Amanda were there and their jaws were dropped because they were naked. They had been doing it on the sofa. So Chance really hates this whole cheating thing. With that in mind, this is my first idea. Sharon Newman is soon to be devoting a lot of time to establishing her new business alongside Nick Newman. They're going to be burning the midnight oil and getting much closer. Plus, Sharon is very concerned for her granddaughter, Aria, who's apparently deaf and needs hearing aids. Something's going on with that. So Sharon's time is at a premium. I could see Sharon going to Chance and cutting him loose and telling him that I don't want to disappoint you, but I just have these other huge priorities right now. She might ask him, can we hit the pause button on our relationship and pick it back up later if that still works for you? This would be the least dramatic way to pave the way for Chance to be with Summer Newman. I doubt that Chance would approach Sharon and break up with her. I'm not feeling that vibe right now, but he might offer her something like, if you don't have time to be in this new romance, if your attention is too divided, we can take a step back. That's the furthest I feel like he would take it. And then only after he and Sharon have called it quits would he pursue this chemistry with Summer Newman without them doing anything devious behind anyone's back. That's a very amicable way to go about it, but it's also not very soapy. Let's talk about some options that are a little more soapy. All right, my number 2 concept is Nick and Sharon cheat and then Chance hits back. So because I don't think Chance would start off cheating, my second notion of how he could wind up with Summer is that with Nick and Sharon working long hours and very closely, maybe they mess up and cross lines, especially with Nick plagued by jealousy over Adam and Sally, and Sharon being really stressed with all the stuff going on in her life. And I mean, it's not like Sharon hasn't cheated in the past, because she has, and Nick has cheated many times. So it wouldn't be unprecedented for these two to tango when they have other lovers. They could have drinks at the office one night, get too close, have a little whoopsie. But at the same time, I really hope Sharon doesn't do Chance dirty in the same way that Abby did him dirty. I'm still hoping that the writers come up with a flimsy reason for Chance and Sharon to break up before either of them start getting busy with somebody else. But we'll just have to see. If Sharon fools around with Nick and then confesses it to Chance, I could see him deciding, you know what, I'm not going to be treated like this again. And then he turns around and he hooks up with Summer. So then he and Sharon would split and he and Summer could see where it takes them. This is slightly soapier. All right. My third idea is a lot soapier, and that's that Summer and Chance have a boozy one-night stand. In case the Y&R writer, the head writer who's doing all this, decides to start this romance off a little sketchier, this is my scenario that could have Summer and Chance as the ones to cross the lines. I hope it doesn't go this way, but it would be super soapy if it did. So I don't see Summer and Chance chatting over morning coffee at Crimson Lights and then saying, hey, let's get a hotel room and bang, with absolutely no buildup. I don't see it happening that way, but I could see Chance at the GCAC waiting on Sharon to meet him for dinner. And maybe there's been a lot of late work nights where she has broken plans with him again and again in favor of staying at work with Nick and kind of disregarding plans she's made with Chance. So let's say that's happening as context, and then Sharon lets Chance down again, and he's kind of annoyed that she's with Nick and not spending time with him, and then he's drinking at the bar at the GCAC. Summer comes in after a rough day. She joins him for drinks. They drown their sorrows together, kind of gripe about Kyle, gripe about Sharon, gripe about whatever, and the chemistry's flowing, and then they head upstairs to where Summer has a room. Or, maybe Chance decides just to walk her to her door upstairs, and then a drunken kiss turns into a drunken night of passion. Of course, if they did do this, I honestly could see Chance immediately going to Sharon to confess what he did, and her saying, okay, but we're not going to happen anymore. That's the end. And then him going back to Summer and them deciding, okay, maybe it started as a one-night mistake, but we should explore what's happening between us now that we are both single. Those are my three scenarios. I definitely want to hear your comments on how you would like to see this starting based on this false spoiler that they are presumably starting. Hey, if you haven't already, please click subscribe. That really helps the channel and we appreciate it. And click like if you enjoyed this discussion. Definitely let me know how you think this is going to start and if you agree with one of my scenarios. I personally like them splitting up amicably and then this new romance starting with Summer and Chance. That would be more consistent with Chance's character. Plus, Sharon's new kind of chill therapist personality doesn't seem so likely to cheat with her ex at this stage of her life. But them breaking up amicably is not nearly as soapy as a clandestine affair or a drunken hookup either by Nick with Sharon or with Summer and Chance. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for listening. This is Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.